Hello everyone.
Hi.
And welcome
Hello!
to the final live stream for Outgunned Superheroes on Backerkit. It's
Yes.
9:30 here in Italy in the evening, as
Yes.
you can see. But whatever part of the world you are in, whatever is your time zone, thank you for taking a little bit of your time to follow us through the last 25 minutes of this campaign. Last 25 minutes. Why I'm saying last like this? Because as you know, I've said it like 100 times before, but we are doing what is called overtime mode, which means
Yes.
that at the end of the campaign will not actually end, but it will go on for another 10 minutes and another 10 minutes and another 10 minutes, and until someone ups their pledge or back the campaign, until there is new backers coming or previous backers, upping their pledge, the clock will reset over and over and over and over again, possibly forever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Last time it went on
Our
for
record, I think, is like 5 hours.
4 hours,
Without
5
all-
hours, yes.
4 hours and something.
And we do not want to beat that record tonight.
No. Absolutely.
We have no
No.
pressure.
No. I mean, it's fun for a bit, like a lot of stuff in life, but when it goes on over and over, it's a little bit tiresome. Also because, as Rico said, it's starting to get pretty late, at least here in old Italy.
As you can see, we
Oh,
also
please,
have
no. Not longer.
with us, we have our Daniela, our artist for all the Outgunned Superheroes and Adventure, of course. And she will keep us company for as long
As
as she
Yeah,
stays alive.
exactly.
Oh my god, there's already so much happening in the live
Everything
stream.
happening at once.
So
I don't know what to say.
It's your revenge for that trivia. Yeah, I mean, we basically put that on ourselves.
yeah,
That may be true. Right now, you have the power to stop us from going to bed.
yeah, preventing us from going to sleep, which is,
I'm already starting to
I know,
deteriorate.
I'll probably have my audio.
Starting to.
Okay, okay. I have to stop the audio from Backerkit. No, Marcus, don't give them idea, please.
No, please don't.
So hi Daniela,
Hey there.
thank you for
Hi, Rico.
joining us. I'm actually sorry guys. What we'll do in this live stream, we'll take a look at what we have unlocked. We'll talk about the art. We'll talk about a little bit about the roles and of the superpowers that we unlock during this campaign. We'll basically try to have a good time. Just two warning. First of all, sometimes we are going to speak in Italian, perché sappiamo che ci sono anche
Yes.
tanti italiani che ci stanno seguendo, quindi grazie ragazzi che ci sentite in questo inglese tremendo. So we'll try to, speak both languages.
Sometimes, and also
So-
because again
because-
it's late here in Italy, so it's a little bit tiring for us to speak English a lot. It's not our first language, so yes, it's something.
Right now, I completely forgot how to speak in English, so
Yeah, because you're not, you have to, you'll
Well,
have to get used again tonight. Lou,
Well,
short answer,
funny
all the
keep
flick, but
rising somehow.
but we'll get it more in depth, but all of the flicks.
But
And also, second thing, sometimes we will go like this.
what's happening? I don't see the graphics.
Hope the
What's
music
happening?
is not too loud, so sometimes we will revert to the music, and that's because maybe we need to check on the overtime, maybe we need to write something or answer to someone, because that's all of us, that's us. And there is Katerina in the chat. Katerina is holding the key to the Backerkit chat right now, so she's master of keys for tonight. So but that's all of us. So sometimes we'll have to go. So yes. And hi, Katerina. I believe she's also in this chat as well. Yeah, here she is. Hi, Katerina. So 20 minutes until the overtime mode start. And how close are we to the next stretch goals, Simone?
1,500 euros. A little bit less than that.
So yeah, it's looking
and
good.
I also can tell you, we put this, stretch goal just to be right after the founding of Outgunned Adventure, but just now we surpassed the number of backers of Outgunned Adventure. So this is officially our campaign with most backers. So thank you very much. For us, it's very important. Money, of course, is a huge part of what we are doing. We need to do all the wonderful stuff that you can see and you can have, but it's great for us to know that we can keep growing and meet new people and new players, etc. So it's a very important piece of information for us that we can, with superheroes, reach more people actually than Outgunned Adventure. It's a cool thing. Yay.
So, but in I believe 1,000 euros or so. Sorry, there's too much happening on my screen as always. Yes, in about 1,000 euros, we would only surpass the amount of funding of Outgunned Adventure, and that will mean that Outgunned Superheroes will become the most funded, the biggest, the most successful Outgunned ever, which is nice because, you know, it's the third time that we are launching a book for Outgunned, so it's great to see that the interest towards this product is growing rather than, you know.
Actually, right now we put the stretch goal at 483, but we are right now exactly 40 euros behind. And we are surpassed Outgunned Adventure right now. 750 euros to the stretch goal because we like round number, of course. But we just surpassed the founding of Outgunned Adventure, guys. Thank you. It's a great thing. It's a fantastic thing to be here with you. What exactly? A little bit less than 1 year later, because if I remember correctly, we ended up Outgunned Adventure like 22 of June last year, 20 something, 26. Yeah. I don't remember. So less than a year later, we are here. Backers, we have also more funding with a new game of the Outgunned series. We are so very happy and so lucky to have you all.
So can I officially send out the update? No, I will wait for the 483. Just to
yes.
Just because it was advertised. So
yes, it was 613 euros, but we are.
I don't know if I managed to, but I tried, especially on the Discord server. We talk a lot on the Discord server. I tried to steer you away from thinking that there would be an 11th action flick. It's not an action flick. It's a bonus model. It's a supplement inside action flick. We had one in action flick 1. We had one in Action Flick 2, and of course everyone thought we would have one here as well. It was a challenge. It was actually a challenge because up until last week we were undecided if we should do it, what we should do, because we've already done video game stuff. We've already done multiverse, which was, you know, the most sensible thing to do. We thought about time travel, but at the end it didn't make sense to have a multi-flicks time travel. It had more sense as an actual flick, and in fact we did it as an actual flick. We really thought, how can we make you mix the flick in another meaningful way? And in the end we got this idea, let's not mix the flick, let the flick mix you.
It's very difficult for an Italian guy to say flick. we don't have X sound in our language, so it's not very easy to pronounce.
So
Thank
yes,
you, Raj.
that's how variant verse came to mind. So the idea is that basically we will give you rule so that all the players are playing the same hero, just in different variants, and every variant will be completely different from one another, except for one thing that they will all share. 483?
Reached 483!
And
Yay!
before the overtime, and
before the overtime, exactly 15 minutes before overtime, we will be able to actually reach 500,000 euros during the over. I don't think before the overtime it would be fantastic, but it seems a little bit unrealistic.
If we reach
an entire overtime.
If we reach 500 before the overtime, I will keep adding stretch goal. I'll tell you. So please slow down a little bit because I don't have any more. So don't force my hands. So update sent. It will take some minutes, but we have it. I don't know how much Olga made in overtime. Actually, we have the full day. So it's considered.
I don't remember how much funds arrived during the overtime. If I remember correctly, it was like 10-ish, 10,000 euros. I really don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was a little less than 10 probably, but I really don't remember because it's, as you can see now, we are not in overtime. We'll soon be. It's all mixed up together. As I was saying, in Variantverse, you will play different variants of the same hero. All of these variants will share something that you will decide collectively what. For example, they will all have the same catchphrase, or they will all have the same flow, or they will all have the same superpower or whatever. If you are using superpower, because you can use it without superpowers. If you want to play like Mickey 17 or I don't know. So they will share something, but apart from that, they will all come from different flicks. So one will use Good Boys rules, one will use Gods and Men rules, one will use, any rule from any action flick from 1 to 30. So all the action flicks from action flick 1, 2, and 3, which is really cool if you think about it. There's a lot of
possibilities. Seems really fun.
And
we all have the same inevitable sequence of tragic background.
There will be something like that. And also, since we have Daniela here, what's your favorite variant of our? I'll ask Daniela and I'll ask the chat as well. What's your favorite of the 4 variants?
Of course, it's the knight.
The knight. I know.
Why
and for me as
not?
well.
Yeah.
The knight, because the knight is so.
A knight is cool. That's it.
It's clearly, for me, looking at them, it's obvious that the knight doesn't come from a knightly background. Like he's just a normal variant wearing an armor that he found. Like,
it's clear.
Yeah, he's basically identical to the main one, and he'll like, well, I'll wear an armor.
It's just a larper,
So I'll be the one with the armor. Right? I honestly think that he's just trying to stand out from the others. Laszlo, don't.
Laszlo emerges in every chapter.
What is Erok? Erok does not exist. We don't talk about Erok. We don't talk about Erok. The Gunslinger, of course. And so I think that you will have a fun time playing different variants, because it kind of play on the same idea. Basically, you are mixing the flicks, so you can use more rules from different flicks, but in this case everyone uses a different set of rules up until creation. Then all the rules got mixed together.
They could just have the same name, completely different character, same name. It's a mess.
Of course.
I think it's.
Or you can go like Deadpool, nice pool, dog pool, lady pool, like Welsh pool.
Variants of the same thing.
You have a villain version, of course.
Of course, why not?
Yeah.
And we are officially in overtime mode, yes, because our
Overtime.
Baker train so we are less than 10 minutes remaining. So as you can see, we have the rainbow effect on our bucket trains, meaning that here we are. From now on, it's just up to you to not let Two Little Mice go to sleep. Never.
And we are 60 and something thousand euros away from the last stretch goal, which is going to be the Eternity box. Let me see if I can, because I don't have anything ready because everything was so fast today. And here we have the Eternity box. It's going to be gigantic, but I'm going to fix it. Okay.
Whoa.
So, what's the Eternity box? Basically, it's another box that will fit in your stretch goal box. It's a stretch goal box 1. So you have a box inside the box, and inside the box there is a box, and inside that box there are the 6 shards and the Eternity medallion. So it's a little Eternity matryoshka, if you want.
Came to your house in a box.
Yeah. So you know.
Box inception.
Grazie. Is there a glove inside? No gloves. But yeah, hopefully I have to say I see you all pretty calm, pretty confident. In the past campaign, you were at this point everyone was crazy.
Panicking.
So Raul is asking, is this last day being bigger, crazier than Outgunned Adventure? And the answer is, if we reach...
We will know this at the end, of course, of the...
But at 500, actually, because we were like at 439 at the beginning of the day, so it did like 60,000 out. So I believe that exactly at 500k it will surpass
the last day of Outgunned Adventure. That, if I remember correctly, was even bigger than the last day of Household. If I remember correctly.
Household, it was...
Hey! 184! So we have like too difficult of a map operation at this hour of the night. Like 15,800 something.
So we Outgunned Adventure did 482 at the end, but at a crazy last day, really crazy last day.
Was 59, 58? I don't remember how many.
58 and something. It was really, really crazy.
Yes, we aim at 60. Actually, we aim, like 60,000 and something to reach the 500,000 last stretch goal. Making these Outgunned Superheroes also the biggest last day ever for Two Little Mice. We will be able to achieve that? I don't know. Let's see.
Highest Outgunned in terms of funding, highest amount of backers of any of our campaign, and I believe of every Italian campaign. I'm pretty confident. We had the longest train at 1,524 backers on a train on the first day. Like we genuinely woke up the next day and the train was still going from the day before.
It was a nightmare because at that point you don't want to see that die.
Yeah, you're like, I'm going to sleep, and when I wake up the train is dead.
We'll be dead.
You know,
so
and
it's okay.
It's going to be
something happened overnight. You didn't, you wasn't there for the train to actually crash. But this didn't happen.
So yes, and this is going to be probably our, hopefully not the longest over time, but probably the best last day. Generally, if you like numbers, we do like numbers. We do
Yes.
like the stuff in life makes sense at a certain point. Being game designers, Superheroes had the best first day ever, not only
Yes.
for us, for any Italian RPG campaign on any platform, like the strongest day at 275,000 euros in the first, because the first day it's solar day, so it's not actually 24-hour, but
Yes,
it's
we got today with the Backer tracker that I think ends at about 8 a.m. here in Italy. That should be
9.
around midnight Los Angeles Pacific time.
So it's 15
I
in
mean,
15
no.
hours. I'm pretty confident.
Yes.
15 hours it did 275,000 euros, which is right now is like $2 million. Because
Please don't talk about this.
no, it's,
But we have a really cool question for Daniela from Chloe. I have a question for Dani. Is there a particular design you enjoyed drawing? Which one was the most challenging to draw? And if you had to choose a role for everyone, I don't.
too many
I
questions.
hope too many questions.
Well, that's not an easy
Because
question. 'Cause
Spot. Grazie Lancelot, grazie a tutti.
I
Quindi.
think that my favorite one the one which I have more fun working on, was
that.
the blaster, because well, he's inspired by one of my favorite character, of course, Cyclops and Cable, and I basically mix all the characters that I like in the MCU. So it was kind of I don't know. It was
Done.
really fun to draw.
And which one was the most challenging also?
Of course, it was Captain Storm, because
Captain Storm, you
was
have
the
no
first one.
idea how many times we redrew Captain Storm. And I say we because actually it was a group effort, even
Yeah.
Simone. We took like 2 weeks.
we literally have folders of scrapped Captain Storm.
I believe probably took more time to draw Captain Storm that all the basic, not the stretchable one, but the basic combined, because it was
Yes.
really,
Yes.
and she's, for me, she's the best one, the one that really embodies Outgunned Superheroes.
Yes. For the whole team, which crowd suggested Flick, excited, or scared you the most?
Facile. It's an
Thank
easy
you.
answer. But first, I want to answer Chloe last question. If you have to choose a role for us, like Katerina, what's Katerina? What's the role for Katerina?
Not easy. I think I need some help. I don't know why, but I see her as a Force Master.
Let me. A Force Master.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Because she's always dodging bullets, so that's something Katerina does very well. And for Simone,
Makes sense. Yeah.
I'm gonna say the Beast, because Beast, the X-Men character, is one of the favorite of Simon. So I'm gonna say the Beast.
and also the beard.
It's the beard.
And also,
And for me,
let's be real.
that's an easy one. I don't know because
That's not easy.
no, in fact.
So I choose the Maverick. Yeah, I know that it's not the easy choice, but
Yeah,
I see
but-
it as the Maverick.
It's the most correct.
I also own most of the of the outfit, so that
Yes.
checks out. And for you,
No. I really have no idea. I'm gonna choose the teleporter because I was talking with a friend yesterday, of course Claudia, and I think she's on the chat, and we agree that teleporting is the most fun power. So.
But I think that the one that embodies Daniela right now, it's the Speedster, because Daniela actually did all the art of the stretch goals during the campaign. I know no one believes it, apart of course from those who were unlocked on day one, of course. But all the other were done during the campaign. Most of the like variant verse, this artwork really, there wasn't an idea to do this at the beginning of the. I cannot stress this enough. Not only the art, the title, there wasn't an idea. We try to go with the flow. We try to read the chat and see what we want to do. Sorry, what was the other question, Simone? Sorry, I had to answer the last one.
For the whole team, which crowd suggested, excited or scared you the most?
That's a very easy one because it would be still Titans. The action flick about her. Let me see if I can have all the action flicks here. Okay, here they are. Still Titans is on the right. Is this one about giant robots and kaijus and Pacific Rim kind of play. Kind of movies, and for us still Titan was not easy, and it's still not easy, but so many of you wanted it, so many of you asked for it, and at a certain point we knew that we had to deliver. So yeah, so it was the most frightening, easily, I believe, Simon.
Yes, no, it is still the most frightening because we have to upgrade. So it's a very complex work. So we already know it will be tough, but we have ideas now. We made up our mind. But let me ask you a question, chat, just to put the chat. What's your favorite action flick of this action flick volume 3? So choosing amongst all the new flicks, including variant verse at this point. What's your favorite? What you will absolutely cannot play?
I can see a lot of gods and men.
Beast Unleashed. Steel Titans and Gods and Men.
Ancora per Zoltar. Ciao Zoltar.
Ooh. Time Travel, Skinny Machine, Steel Titan, Steel Titan, Beast, Octane, Time Travel, Octane, D4 Villains, Steel Titan, Gods and Men. Steel Titan and Gods and Men are favorite. Good Boys and Power Garden. Someone with,
Gods and Men was, we were sure that you would love Gods and Men. So it was actually one of the few that we were like, if we reach 10, this gotta be the last. This gotta be like, we want to make it big because I personally, we knew it would be appreciated. And also I have to shout out to the, there's 2 references in Gods and Men, actually 3. One, he's wearing the Spartan helmet that you can see on the Spartan, which is one of the superheroes that we designed for the art of Outgunned Superheroes. And there is a reference, of course, to Project Medusa on the shield. That's the logo of the action flick, of the mission this year, Project Medusa. And he's also using Poseidon's trident from Fall of Atlantis. So, there's a little bit of references inside this.
Everything.
Yeah, we wanted to make it, more personal.
I think that one fun one would be Only Humans.
Only Humans is, but because we are fans of the boys.
Of course. I'm waiting both for the new season
Right.
and the new.
In the meantime, we
Streamer
are
fine,
at
1,000
487,000 euro, meaning we are at 13,000 euro from our last stretch goal. Only 5 minutes in the how is it? I'm so tired.
Overtime.
In the overtime mode. And there were other questions. If I find them, I want. Una domanda per me, a question for me in Italian, sorry. Una domanda mi chiede Vashdine che quello dietro la serie Cabal, gioco GTA Italia, qualcuno di voi conoscerà, noi eravamo molto amici degli autori, prima c'era l'inizio della pandemia, insomma.
Sembra che sono morti così, eravamo molto amici, no, abbiamo fatto delle fiere
No,
insieme.
stavo dicendo, questa è la pandemia, quindi anche in Italia, che abbiamo ricominciato di fatto quest'anno. Però sì, a me piace molto, consiglio, a me e mia moglie piace molto. But, sorry for the brief parenthesis. In Italia, we were saying,
Will we do any more
many
adventure,
stuff
like
happening
playable
in the-
adventure? So, first of all, I have to say that I personally have a problem with pre-made adventures because no one, or I always exaggerate say no one, but at the end of the day, they are always our least, the product that we sell the least. And so for me, it's always a problem because it takes so much more time to write like a fully adventure like Words of Killer.
Yes.
And to see that no one's actually wants it always pains us a little bit. But there is been a shifting recently, the smaller format of the mission dossier with everything you need to play in like a small booklet. It's going really well also because they are inexpensive to produce, and so they
Yes.
are cheap to buy. They cost like 10
And
15
and
euros.
also, yes, affordable to produce and to sell.
Affordable,
So
sorry.
it's really
So
a fun way, and it's yes.
So yeah, that's a format that's actually working. But surely we want to, as I said, we saw Outgunned Adventure, and Outgunned Superheroes as a sort of a trilogy. So the next campaign, the next iteration, it won't be probably another genre book with another action book. Won't be the same. We will take a different route. What we want to do personally is we want to how do you say, we want to translate the Broken Compass adventure, full adventure, like
Yes.
like a full scale campaign that we wrote for Broken Compass. One is classic adventure like Indiana Jones, one is about pirates, and one is about Jules Verne kind
Jules Verne, niche.
of adventure.
In the meantime, let's say hi to Massimiliano Carimera. It appeared in chat. It's the editor of Io Gioco, is an Italian role-playing and tabletop board game magazine. Thank you for saying that we are celebrities. We wish, but we got more than one cover.
This is for
This
people.
is by far the best.
For people who don't know, this is the first Italian like physical magazine about RPG, and this is the first number, actually the number 0, I believe, and it got this wonderful celebration artwork made from Daniela to celebrate Household Volume 2. So very cool to be on this cover, and this will be framed in the studio. That's why I have it here. So no, Broken Compass is not coming back, but we will translate
Yes,
Broken
we are
Compass.
working on converting the existing of Broken Compass into new modules for Outgunned Adventure. We are already starting to work on those, but it's a very long process, so we absolutely don't know how much time do we need for that. But rest assured, it's among our plans to actually, at a certain point, turn the 3 seasons of Broken Compass into something playable with Outgunned Adventure.
And
Ma lo dico anche per gli italiani, ovviamente, l'ho detto solo in inglese. Stiamo cominciando a lavorare su una conversione, quindi sul pubblicare dei libri sulle 3 season di Broken Compass, quindi Golden Age, Jolly Roger e Voyage Extraordinaire, che diventeranno completamente compatibili con Outgunned Adventure. Abbiamo cominciato adesso a lavorarci, non abbiamo assolutamente idea di quanto po' di tempo ci vuole, un bel lavoro, che se ne dica i due sistemi sono profondamente diversi per motivazioni, quindi va convertito tutto e vanno prese le giuste aggiustamenti e le giuste implementazioni del caso, ma il nostro piano in futuro è di ripubblicare le 3 season di Broken Compass trasformate per Outgunned Adventure.
And just to answer Nestor, we thought about just giving, tools to translate, at least in the meantime, like so people can start playing, but it's actually, even for us, it was unexpected the amount of work that you need to do to translate the Broken Compass season into Outgunned.
Also, the way the adventure are written is very different.
Yeah.
From one system to the other. It's not just use that skill instead of that one, but a lot of mechanics. It's hard to translate a lot of scenes we wrote for Broken Compass now can be translated, into chases or into run. We have more tools for that, but it needs work, and we need to do it. Basically, we plan to. We just need time and effort to. But
and also,
rest assured,
it will be a pleasure to bring it to Outgunned because those are one of the best adventures that we made, and especially I believe the one I'm in love with the Serpent Throne. No, the Serpent Throne for me from Golden Age. I'm a sucker for that because I like that kind of setting so much. So I will love it. You have played it, and so you understand.
I think you have played it multiple times.
Yeah, I've played and I have directed it and whatnot. But the one in Voyage Extraordinaire, very few people actually got to play it because Broken Compass ended right after it came out. But it was really, really a special campaign that got weirder and weirder and weirder, just like one of the novel.
Crazy.
So it will be fun to see. And also we can finally add rules for steampunk accessories and weird science that I know Nestor is dreading for. It's like waiting for so much, and that will be a good chance to translate what already exists and also to add a little bit to that. But they are asking about superpowers and feat. So since we are doing a campaign for Outgunned Superheroes, let's talk about a little bit more about superpowers. So I have here all of the different roles, and what I want to do with you is just present you all the different superpowers that this role will introduce, and maybe if we can, the special actions that are connected. What are special actions? If you already played Outgunned, you know that in Outgunned, a feat for a hero could either be a passive feat, like you have a reroll every time you try to bribe someone, or it could be an active feat, like you spend 1 adrenaline on 1 luck to do this and that. In superheroes, most of the super feat and all of the superpower actually got both. So they got a passive part, like you can always do that and be like this and you're capable of doing what's not. And they also got a special action, so spend an adrenaline to do something specific. So we'll try to present all of them. The book is not translated, the superpowers are not finished because many were stretch goals, but we'll try to improvise. So let's start from the beginning. I would say first of the role presented, the champion. So the champion introduces a superpower that is called enhanced body. Enhanced body means that you basically always have a reroll in brawn. So all the action like jumping and punching bad guys, enduring, heavy lifting, all that stuff, you always got a free reroll. So that helps, of course. But also it will give you a special action that is called I can do this all day, I believe. That's the actual name of the. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I can do this all day.
I can do this all day. It's the only special action that doesn't cost power, but will actually give you power. It's the only.
Yes.
It's the first one, and it's already rule breaking, but
okay.
there's that. Very versatile role, the champion, and also the superpower of the champion, enhanced body, is a very common type of superpower, so you can use it to customize your everyday role from Outgunned. For example, if you want to play as Jessica Jones, you can take the slot as our detective role and choose the enhanced body superpower. It's a perfect example.
I
Didn't think
it's
about
always
it.
sad.
Yeah. We had to. What's next? We have the Armored Hero. The Armored Hero is the hero you want to use for both, of course, Iron Man, War Machine, but also if you want to play the Vision, if you want to play a full cyborg, and also for certain type of alien parasite. Think about Blue Beetle, for example, the Blue Beetle from the movie. So this one, the Armored Hero, will give you a superpower that it's actually an hypertech armor, and the hypertech armor will make you stronger and will make you able to fly and to breathe in space or underwater. We'll have a chance to buy weapon and add those weapons directly onto the armor, giving you some advantages when shooting. And all of this, it's incredibly powerful compared to other superpower, but it only works as long as you are wearing an armor.
Yes.
And wearing your armor will take one full turn. And so your whole round will go on wearing the armor, but there is a special actions called recall, I believe, something like that.
Yes.
That will make, okay, you will spend one power to actually summon your armor that will fly to you or just build around you, whatever it's your cannon, and so you can wear it right away and just wear the armor and punch the bad guys all in a single round. And then what do we have? The shadow. Do you have, Simone? Do you want to take from the shadow?
Wait, I have something. I just need to. Sorry, I have a list of these things, non-definitive and not in any order. I just need to. Shadow was. How is it called? The superpower of the shadow.
But it's apart from the name. It's
Dark Presence.
Dark Presence.
The shadow has another is the type of superpower. The shadow is somewhat similar to the champion, meaning it's a very straightforward, simple kind of superpower that can be used to a huge variety of superheroes that you want to build. Meaning the shadow basically is strong in all the roles to do ambushes and strike unaware enemies and such, and so you can decide how to implement this in your hero, if it's like magical something mystical power, or just a lot of almost superhuman training type of superhero. And it also has a very, very cool, in this case, special action that I think it's called Vanish. That is the power to absolutely vanish from one point and reappear into another, to ambush an enemy, to do something or
it's
also
what,
to break free from constriction and grapple, which is very cool. Again, you can be some sort of superhuman, or you can use your, smoke bombs like the old man Bruce.
it's the classic things where Commissioner Gordon turns around and
Yes, yeah, then there's nobody there. but
there's no one there. And
you
it's
can use
fine.
it just like this.
So, moving on, then we got the tank who was actually modeled around Simone. Now Simone is lacking his usual beard,
Yes,
but
I
you
am
can see the,
short
the resemblance. The tank is the role you want to choose if you want to play the Incredible Hulk or the Thing or whatever. So the tank will give you a superpower that is called Incredible Strength, which will make you incredibly strong. But it will come with a catch, because in most cases, when you play the tank, you'll have to choose also another feat, which is either monster, like Greystone here, like you are inhuman, people can tell
Yes.
that you got
Everybody can see that you have a superpower, you are not human.
Or you can take transformation, which is a feat that changes everything, a free feat that you can take, which means that you only have your superpower when you are transformed, and you have also a human and more vulnerable form. We won't get into transformation, but just like weakness, somebody was asking about weaknesses, just like
Yes.
weakness, transformation is a free feat that you are able to choose. Weakness is a feat that you can choose freely, regardless of your role or trope, and it will give you a weakness, but it will also give you some additional advantages to balance things up.
Counter.
And the tank also comes with a special action that is called Smash,
Of course.
which is
That is useful to smash things, destroy
Smash.
object, and do a lot of damage.
I mean, it's-
It's exactly what it is.
what it sounds like. So yes,
Thank you. It was
thank
legit.
you for all the new friends joining up. We are just chatting a little bit about the roles, the one that were here from day one and the one that we just unlocked. Yes, Smash is the special action for Chloe as well, to react to every artwork. What else apart from the tank? I'm looking at the sorcerer or sorceress
Well.
in this case.
Another, please. It's the confidence.
No, we
The
dare
sorcerer,
not.
the superpower of the sorcerer, of course, is to have arcane powers. Or magical powers, or whatever we will call it in the end. I think arcane because we like the word. But the arcane powers are one of the biggest, like in terms of number of words, superpower there is, because it's very huge. You can do a lot of things, and it can vary a lot from hero to hero. For example, you have your standard magic using. You can roll some skill to do a number of magic
Yeah,
tricks. You can have a lot of example power, 1, 2, or 3 power at once to perform really complex and powerful magic. And you also have a magic weapon that comes with the superpower, and you can choose between arcane missile or magic missile, whatever, and also magical weapon like the whip. I don't know, are whips the one from Doctor Strange?
You can either have
or
melee.
magical sword, whatever you want. Something that you can shoot or that you can summon whenever you want. And also a very cool special action.
You have a very cool special action, which is the astral projection.
Astral projection.
So you have the ability, as long as you stay still, you can create a light projection of yourself that can fly, go through walls, and can hear, can see, but it's invisible and impalpable to others. very, very, very cool. And also you can take additional, but these are additional feats, like creating a barrier or teleporting, like creating a portal, like Doctor Strange does, but that's a feat. So yeah, there's a lot that a sorcerer can do, but the sorcerer also come with a special rule that only the sorcerer have, which is at the beginning of the game you got two power instead of one, but when you are out of power, normally nothing happens, it's just you cannot use your special actions. But when you are out of power, you cannot use your superpower because you are exhausted. It means that you cannot call up to your magical
power of magic. Even the most easy tricks, because you need a little bit of power inside you, of course.
You don't need to consume it every time, but you need to have it.
Yes.
So this is it will be
it's the other side of the coin to have one of the most complex superpower there is that allows you to do a lot of stuff.
Also from I'm looking at the basic, the one that were here from day
and also
one.
it's cool, to have that kind of scene like you are Doctor Strange and you try to summon things, just have some sparks and you are absolutely useless for the rest of the team. You just run basically.
And also from day one we had the Weapon Master, which is one of my favorite. Weapon Master is actually one with a multiple choice superpower.
Yes.
You can choose either swords, guns, or bow and arrow. And they will
we actually we melee weapons. We say swords because come on, swords are the coolest. But yes, of course, just to be. Hey, 489,000, just 11,000 euros. Woof! I'm sweating. Sorry.
And
but yes, as Rico said, the Battleborn, if I remember correctly, superpower is very huge. Like these three routes, I don't know, these three ways are very different from one another.
And also, you can upgrade this by selecting certain feats. For example, let's say you want to use bow and arrow. This will give you your special action for bow and arrow. This will give you some passive bonus when using a bow and arrow, of course. But you can also choose a gadget, which is a feat. And this gadget is called special arrows. So the opportunity to use hypertech or magical arrows. Also, if you choose, for example, guns, you can also choose a feat that is called bullseye, I believe, that makes you incredibly precise where using any kind of throwing or shooting, weapon. So you can play as an actual, bullseye from the MCU. Or if you use, katanas or melee weapons, you can also use some physically enhancing feats, like for example my favorite would be jump, which is the ability to kind of do all the stuff, jump really high, and so you can turn
somehow not being damaged by falling from a big height.
But also useful because if you have melee weapons and your enemy flies, with the jump feat you can
reach
a
flying enemy.
So
a jump, of course, as I like to repeat those, all the feats as superpower are highly customizable, also in the way you narrate the scene in the fiction. So why you have to jump? You can have to jump as the Hulk, meaning you actually have really strong, or also Jessica something. She uses a lot. You have super strength, so you jump a lot, or you are extremely nimble, like Daredevil. Like somehow he manages to jump and do parkour and race on the.
Or you can create magical platform like Doctor.
Or you can create magical platform like Doctor Strange. So there's a big variety of type of superheroes that can have a feat like jump that can be seen as different together with different superpowers.
And what else do we have? The blaster. So glass cannon, or at least cannon. Glass will depend on how you build it. But
Yes.
the blaster, the single strongest ranged attack in all Outgunned history. Period.
Is
That's
the
the blaster.
kinetic,
Ah,
and thanks to this kinetic energy, is the strongest ranged attack in all the game.
So it's just what it seems. You can shoot kinetic energy from either your hands,
The palm of
eyes,
your hands, your
or your
eyes, the
chest.
chest, whatever you want.
The weapon is your energy weapon is extremely strong. It can pierce most of the stuff, and then you have a special action to kind of focus all your power and make the single
So
strongest
explosive, oh yes,
attack.
and it also explodes at any impact. So you are very powerful.
Can we build Galactus as an enemy? Yes. As
Yes.
a playable character, kinda, because
The smaller version of Galactus.
there is a
How?
strong and a weird, a very weird feat to become an actual giant like Galactus, but it's momentary. But you can easily, say I'm always like this. But it's weird. I'm not going to go in depth, but it's weird. Like it's not you are more powerful. It's just like it's weird.
Yeah, can't
But moving on from the blaster, we got the beast. Superpower for the beast is called, I believe, natural predator or something like that. You get enhanced senses, smells and hears and whatnot, and you got claws or nails or some kind of natural melee weapon. And you can use the beast to either play as Wolverine, for example, or something like Rocket, someone who's an actual animal.
little beast.
Yeah, a beast. Self-explanatory. Wildcat is one of our favorite as well.
Yeah.
And the band-aids, because clearly regeneration is a feat. Not everyone who is a beast have regeneration.
Of course.
She
Really? That's
doesn't.
not.
No, she chose very different feats.
She was not blessed.
Iconic charts. I agree. Golden claws for some reason. A Lucia, Dora, mask, and jorts. That's how you build an iconic character. Also, so many.
We
Psychic.
could have chose another character for the beast, but at the end we really wanted to give Wildcat a
full
spotlight.
art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
One of the first,
We-
I believe, that we designed. Because
119 in the meantime, less than 10,000 euros. I don't know.
God.
I'm trying to follow the
How many on the train?
pledges as well, but it's
how many on the train? 300? No, 427. Too much. You don't want to know. The Psychic. Another one from how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is the 9th for now. 9th of the first 10. You guys caffeinate? No, we are on Prosecco
Yeah.
tonight.
I just water.
I could
I'm not-
use some coffee, but I don't drink coffee after 6 o'clock, so I'll survive.
So psychic, mental powers, kind of similar to the
Yes.
sorcerer.
Conceptually similar to the arcane power, so it's similar to the sorcerer, some way, meaning you have a very wide kind of superpower. You can do a lot of things, a little bit less things, meaning the focus on knowing, reading others' mind, projecting illusions, all those kinds of stuff you can do thanks to your power. And you have a very, very peculiar special action, which is the whisper. And thanks to the whisper, you can actually like talk in the mind of an enemy, confuse someone to give your companion an advantage, or trying to persuade someone who is not actually trying to kill, a normal style person. So you can actually try to, how is it say in English, to, it's not controlling mind, it's just to enter, thank you, to myself, to enter someone's mind somewhat distracting or bring him to your part, etc. So very, very interesting.
There is a question about if these are just examples. Of course, this is design that Daniela and I came up with to try and convey like the psychic, the beast. How do we imagine the beast? How do we imagine a sorcerer just trying to communicate to you what kind of card? But of course, you can do, as always, whatever you want, and you can envision your character however you want.
We need to give a direction to our work.
To make them
Yeah.
stand out, but you know.
But I think that X-Men and Marvel in general tell us that yes, superheroes can have
In all shape.
any kind of look.
They come in all shape.
Yeah.
And then the last of the roles that were here from day one was the Speedster.
Yes.
Speedster is someone who can run really, really fast, and exceptionally, the Speedster have a huge variety actually of special action. Doesn't have a single special action, but they have like
two special
special
actions.
actions.
One of the two is very wide, like 5 in 1, more or less.
And the other one is round trip, I believe.
Yes, it's be right back. It's
Okay.
the ability to run very fast to a place very far away and come back to the place where you with something. Like you retrieve something or you drop something very far and then came back.
Like,
It's
do
very
you?
fun.
We need a hammer. Do you have a hammer? Here's your hammer.
Be right back. Exactly.
So everything
That
you want,
kind
you can
of
have it
power.
because you know.
Useful is in a very huge variety of situations.
Is it possible to combine the rules between the various action flicks from previous Outgunned products with Outgunned Superheroes? Also, can one play a Superman-like PC? Yes, Superman, there is a whole mechanic called the power tiers, which allows a player to play at a higher tier than others. So basically, for this player, everything is easier. Not going into depth, but Superman usually, you know, it's a higher tier than the others. Can you use the flick with, it's a complicated question. The answer is yes, every flick is compatible with superheroes. But if I want to be extra precise, using Action Flick 3 with superheroes, it's straightforward. Using Action Flick 2 with superheroes is straightforward if you own Action Flicks 3, because there is one page in Action Flicks 3 that will tell you something that you need to use, you know, to know in order to use Action Flick 2 with. But we're talking about lingo, basically. So, for example, Action Flicks 3 will tell you, look, there is a resource that is called power in superheroes. In Outgunned, sorry, it was called adrenaline. So whenever you read adrenaline, it's the same thing as power. this is not written in Action Flick 2, but this is basically everything that you miss. So I have I feel compelled to specify that you need Action Flick 3.
Yes.
Action Flick 1 is a little bit more complex because Action Flick 1 still refers to Outgunned 1. So not 100% of Action Flick 1 can be used without the core book of Outgunned. Most of it, but not 100%.
Just to be totally clear, in Action Flick Volume 1, you will find extra rules for chase. That is a mechanic that it's in Action Flick core book. You don't have if you have superheroes, and someone that will refer to the enemy profile. That it's that's something that belongs to the core book of Outgunned. That being said, it's the same game, so it's 100%. You can use the special action of the chases in Action Flick 1 during an assemble in Superheroes. Yes, of course you can. It's the same base mechanic. So,
yeah, it's compatible, but it's written by people who didn't know about superheroes.
Who didn't already wrote the. It's just that.
Can the assistant director,
of course, mix whatever you want?
Can the assistant director be used with superheroes? Technically,
yes.
The same thing. It can, but it's not written for superheroes. So the rules, the table, how do you play solo, all the stuff still works, but it's not designed for superheroes. And we might upgrade it in the future, but there wasn't enough because the one that we have, the assistant director, is made for both Outgunned and Outgunned Adventure, so there wasn't enough content to make another one just for superheroes. And to be honest, we know that everything we do digitally, we have to print it because you are all suffering from ADHD like me and all the other mice. So we had to make some decision. Great Power is now obsolete. Great Power is useful for street level superheroes. I wouldn't mix Great Powers, the Action Flick about Superpower, with
you will find a lot of things that, of course, Outgunned Superheroes does differently than Great Powers because it's its own genre book, so it has more space to. While if you want a really street level easy session and you own the core book of Outgunned, you can use Superpower, of course, if you don't want superpowers or the complex superpowers, etc. It's up to you. But if you are using Outgunned Superhero, you don't need Great Powers.
What else do we have? We unlocked 6 different roles. Let me briefly go through that. These are not fully written, so I'll be shorter in the description. We have the Force Master. Force Master is yet another role with multiple choice. One choice is cosmic energy, to play as the Invisible Woman from the Fantastic Four, basically. And the other choice is electromagnetic energy.
Magneto.
So it will be the ability to be Magneto, basically.
Yes, electromagnetic.
It's too hard. So the Force Master will be very different power depending on what kind of force you will use, basically. Also, Green Lantern could be an example. Then what we have?
Elemental?
We have the Elemental. Thanks. Elemental, yet another multiple choice. Multiple choice superpower, because you can choose between fire, water, ice, wind, electricity, storm, and earth. I don't know how to answer.
Yes.
So you can
7 different elements you can choose from, and each element will give you some slightly different abilities.
And
but all the elemental have in common two things. One is the elemental ray, that is their version of a ranged attack based on their element, but more or less equal in game terms among everyone. And the special abilities, special action, which is called the elemental form. The
Which you
elemental
can see
has
on the right.
ability to transmutate into its own elements. With a gust of winds and mist and fire and water, whatever.
And you can, while you are in this form, you can also fly for free, because not all the heroes have the flight feat, but you can have it temporarily thanks to this special action. Then we have yet another multiple choice superpower. They are all multiple choice, the one we unlocked. The shapeshifter, and you can choose human shapeshifter like the mannequin here, so you can turn yourself into any human. You can choose animal shapeshifting like Beast Boy from
Beast Boy.
or you can choose elastic shapeshifting like Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four. Very different, especially the third one. Three different kind of superpower basically mixed in one. You will have to choose one. And then what do we have before? The teleporter, fourth role. There is a way to choose both, to have like animals and human. We will not go into that because these are additional rules, but it's possible.
Keep in mind that, of course, some of the superheroes we know from comic books and movies are very experienced superheroes that unlocked a number of different superpowers. In some case, like Emma Frost has two very different superpowers. In some other are a superpower that has evolved during their career. There will be a possibility to acquire new stuff. We will not talk about it. Of course, Plastic Man can do too many things at once to be a starting level superhero. Just to be perfectly, he can shape into another human. He is also practically invulnerable. This is a lot of stuff. It's possible to do this, yes, of course. You just need a little bit more stuff than what you have at character creation.
Also, different between there is
Martian Manhunter also can do a variety of stuff.
It's probably coming from the stream and record. No, I don't have. I have Discord muted, so it's not coming from me. The beep. I don't know if Simone has, because I've muted everything because otherwise it would be hell. I don't know what's happening on Discord right now. There is already a feat with a gadget and some stuff to do portals. Sorry. So portals is something that every hero can learn how to do through magic or through technology. The teleporter, on the other hand, can teleport physically without opening portals, making it impossible for other people to follow them, which is very important. Also, the teleporter will have a special action that will allow them to teleport other people with them.
Yes.
So it's the perfect support character for obvious reason. And the last of the unlocked normal stretch code, because we have the unlocked roles, because also we have a special role, is the Maverick. The Maverick is a role that will actually not have a superpower, but will have a sub superpower, which is called an expertise, I don't remember. the Maverick will have the opportunity to choose a single feat as their superpower. So they will have a lesser power, a smaller power. Let me do just some example. For example, let's say you want to play as Gambit, Marvel's Gambit. You can choose the feat energy attack, which will give you one energy attack, like shooting something, charging something with energy, and that will become your superpower. It's a lesser power compared to like Cyclops. It will be not as strong, but it will be an additional feat. Or for example, Ant-Man, the ability to become small or to become huge, that's a feat that you can take, and Ant-Man has that feat as its, you know, main superpower. Or Peter Quill, for example, from the movies Star-Lord, there is the mask plus flying boot are one of the gadgets, and you can take these gadgets as your basic superpower. But they will also have a special action. We will not go into that, but a special jack of all trade kind of action that only the Maverick can perform as an underdog. So yes, that's one of the most versatile. And speaking of versatility, we also unlocked one of the, I believe the first stretch code that we unlocked is the Prodigy, which is what in Outgunned used to be called a special role. Here is called an incredible role because it works very differently, but it's still a special role. It doesn't work like the other roles. So, yeah, he is the slingshot. What is the Prodigy basically? The Prodigy is a game changer because it will allow you to select a trope as your role. So basically you have two tropes and one will have the word Prodigy in it. So for example, you will be our Spider-Man would be a working class hero and a noisy nerd, something like that, I believe. So you will be a Prodigy, working class hero, nosy nerd, or something like that. So you have two tropes. You have more flexibility, more free points than any other character, and you can choose basically any superpower or any feat as your superpower, because you can choose the superpower from the Maverick. So you will have, like, this is perfect to make Spider-Man, this is perfect to make Rogue, for example, from the X-Men.
Yes, the name of superpower is one of a kind, meaning that you get to choose how to combine different and feats and superpowers to create your one of a kind superheroes. That it's hard to classify in any of the standard role. That's the idea behind the Prodigy.
We didn't talk about the tropes. Well, tropes works as in any other Outgunned. There's 21 of them, 15 from day one and 6 were unlocked. So it's always hard for us to talk about trope because we don't know how they are called in English. They are very different from Italian and English because they all make a reference to something and they work, the two language works very different. So it's very hard for me to talk about. We can talk about the usual, like super soldier, genius billionaire, the easier one that you already know about, but most of them I wouldn't know how they are called in English, sorry, to be honest. 9K to go. It's 1 hour in overtime. It's slowing down a little bit. I don't know if we can actually reach the 500 mark. But as I was saying before this live stream, even the Avengers lost in Endgame. So if we don't unlock this box,
that would be really, really he said.
No, it will be kind of like another reference to the MCU.
Of course.
And then we can unlock it in 5 years.
Yeah.
We
It's
can.
true. We can came back. And now we will win. It's true. It's true.
Yeah, we can blip it back in 5 years.
You just said this and a bunch of more. A couple of pledges are right away. Just for the, with the fear that we actually may not, as we said, and as we passed, we are very straightforward with you. A lot of money. Fear is a great motivator. Really.
6 here.
Like 4 people in a row. Sorry. Thank you. To every single one. And they keep coming. To what? We're not doing this. It's impossible. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Here, but we are very happy.
You know, we want the box too, so we're
Yeah.
happy about that.
It's but as someone would say, we can do an eternity plastic box and plastic bag, an eternity like I know.
No, Sean, please not fight in this thing.
Also, the box, let me remind that the box will not only be unlocked for Superheroes pledge level and for Mightiest Hero pledge level, but the box will be also unlocked for everyone who took the Eternity Shards add-on. So if you took the Eternity Shards add-on, now you also receive the Eternity Medallion for free, and if we reach 500k, you will also receive the Eternity Box for free together. So it's all added. In fact, that particular add-on might be slightly pricier due to all this unlock after the end of the campaign. But
yes, because
until
the
the end of
price
the
was made during the crowdfunding, thinking just at the 6 shards. Now that this is
Everything.
also a medallion and hopefully a box, it may be pricier for those who didn't took it during the crowdfunding campaign, of course. For someone who arrived later or decide later to add this in their pledge. What's in the one?
meanwhile, 8
Putting
1,300.
filtering in the most for Mario. Interesting.
And we have been live for 90 minutes already. So it's
Yes.
I'd say that
We have 58 minutes of overtime mode.
1 hour of overtime and 90 minutes
90 minutes of
live
live.
stream. And I'd say, since we are going to stay here for a bit, I believe, I will put on some music for exactly 2 minutes so I can remove all the all the roles, and I can put up the action flicks, so maybe we can discuss about the action flicks a little bit. But if I do this while we are live, everything will go crazy on the screen. So let me give me 1 minute or 2 minutes stop so we can do this. We'll see you in a minute.
In a minute.
Hello, welcome
We're
back.
back.
Hello.
Why? Okay. Sorry, I think I yes. Okay.
Perfect.
Almost
Almost.
good to go. Yeah, probably. How are you holding up? How are we doing, guys? And Simone, what's the current situation?
I think we're good. We are 400,800 euros, 8,100 euros from our very last stretch goal, the Eternity
The last-
box, number of bakers horizon of 3,514 backers. Our records keep growing bigger and bigger.
Wait,
And tied, we are tied, yes, yes.
we are sorry, 8,000 away from the last stretch goals revealed. Because there
Yeah, of course,
could be
of course.
there could be more after. We don't know.
Yes.
You never know. There's a cat.
Yeah.
Where's the cat? Hi, cat. Want to come in? No? Okay. So. Come. Vieni. There is a cat that is unsure about coming.
Yeah,
Vieni.
she's shy tonight.
Vieni. Vieni a salutare? She's watching me. She's unsure. Yes, that was Arya's clothes.
Exactly.
So, where were we? We were talking about, we are for if you just joined us, we are not crazy, we are just a bunch of Italian, and we have been in overtime mode for now 66 minutes, I believe. And there's a cat.
Yeah.
She's the queen of the house. You can jump.
If you want.
Sally? Yes? No?
You can see that
No.
she's already
Yeah.
work on the on the chair. Like
Her
every
marks,
cat
right.
do.
So,
Ecco.
she will sharpen her claws as we speak about. So I will start from Good Boys. So we have talked about the roles and the super powers, and right now we will discuss a little bit about the different action flicks that we have unlocked for Action Flicks Volume 3. Do you mind, Arya?
Yeah.
What do you say? I
Go
think
on, don't worry.
she agrees.
Yeah.
So, sorry guys. So, action flicks. We have unlocked 10 action flicks plus an extra module for action flicks volume 3.
Arya won't do a cameo in Good Boys, but she's already Rocket. So she's already in
Yes.
the core book.
I don't have the art
Superheroes.
for that, I'm afraid, but you will see her in the books. So, Good Boys is an action flicks that will let you play as a pet, as a dog, a cat, a pig, or a rat, or a squirrel, for example, or most of the horse, I believe. I don't remember all of them. But
I don't remember
basically,
all the animals we would like to add, but a lot of different ones.
this is something that makes sense if you are playing, regular Outgunned, and you want to play kind of like Dr. Dolittle or Babe or something like that. But also, of course, it makes a lot of sense if you want to play Super Pets. So why not? If you want to play as Crypto, for example, because you hate your fellow players. What's the timeline for digital rewards fulfillment? Certainly for everything before the end of the year. The core
Yes.
book, the Outgunned Superheroes book, will arrive a lot, hopefully, earlier. But since every time I say a date that it's not fixed in stone, it gets automatically fixed in stone. This time I will not tell you any date. But everything will be delivered before the end of the year digitally, and the Superheroes book will arrive fairly
It will be
soon.
the first of the new books to arrive. They will
Yes.
not arrive together. So we will be working on it, and we will update you as soon as we have a clear idea on actually when it will be ready.
Also, this was one of the action flicks that was there since day one. I don't remember, one of the first that was unlocked. I don't remember.
I remember the first two.
Yeah, it's in the
The first three, actually.
no, it was not here from day one. It was unlocked. The one that we had from day one were V for Villain.
Yes.
The action flicks that will let you play as a villain. Some of the rules in this one are also pretty silly, because we are talking about villain, like Megamind, like
Yes.
Batman the
Despicable
Animated
Me.
Series villain.
Yeah, that's kind of over the top villain. Like when you play this flick, you actually have to be villainous. Like doing good stuff will actually give
Harm you.
conditions, will harm you. So you cannot be,
Not horrible, for example.
yeah, you cannot be any good when playing V for villains. And we'll also introduce a funny new role, which is the Joker, here represented by Daniel. Good night.
Good night, Lloyd.
Night.
Another one that we had from day one was Killing Machine. Killing Machine is an action flick inspired by the Terminator saga that will mainly it will introduce robot killer enemies, but will also introduce the opportunity to play as heroic android, you know, against this killer robot. So this guy on the right can actually be either an enemy or a playable hero. So yeah, this is one of those flick that can easily be used with any of the existing outgun. Like it's not very self, you know, contained, but it's more like additional tools that you can use if you want. Yes. So there really a lot of possibilities you can get out of killing aliens, but also we've got Power Guardians, which is a flick about, you know, Super Sentais or Majoko, if you want to play Sailor Moon,
Yeah.
which
Yes.
you are a fan of.
I think we are gonna do that.
Yeah, I think we'll have to do that. This is also the only, I believe, the only case registered in our 5-year history that a rule came out of Daniela. The only time that Daniela contributed with a rule in the books.
Yeah, that never happened.
Yeah. Do you want to say it? I will say it.
Mm-hmm. You say it
Not
better.
comfortable speaking English. Okay.
Not right now.
Daniela Rucchi, exactly. So because we were thinking about what can we do that it's meaningful to Power Guardians. Of course, there's rules for transformation and stuff, but still it was too slim of a flick. And then we discussed about, of course, we should do roles, but it's actually just one role because you're playing as a guardian, you know, as a Power Ranger or whatever. And on the other side, we didn't have any actual trope for the genre because, you know, the Green Ranger is very different from, you know, Sailor Moon. You know, it was kind of hard. So Daniela had an idea that we turned into the core of this flick, which was colorful tropes. So in Power
Yes.
Guardian, you will actually find 6 trope, which will be red, blue, yellow, green, black, and pink. So that will actually be your trope, combined with a special role, which is going to be the Guardian. So you're going to play as a pink Guardian, as a red Guardian, or whatever. So for example, if you're red, you are brave, you are another born leader. Or if you are blue, you are extremely smart or smartass or a nerd or whatever. There are different combinations.
I'm gonna be pink. I don't care what it does. I'm just with the
Pink is kind of the mother of the group, is kind of the or the
Guardian
heart
protector.
or the protector of the group. So yeah,
So it will gonna be hard work, I think.
yeah. Oh. But Daniela always play as the agent that cannot shoot anything, cannot do anything basically, but tries really hard.
Yeah, I really like the trope. I like people that try, but that the world is not by their side.
Basically, every Daniela's character can and should be portrayed by John Cusack.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like John Cusack with a sweaty shirt and a loose necktie. Like that moment, like in Con Air, I believe, where John Cusack finally uses his gun. That's the whole.
I think that it's one of the main list John Cusack
Yeah.
ever had. So
Yeah, and that's the whole energy. But yeah.
On the chat, a lot of stuff up in the chat.
I like that RPG is like you can be whatever you want, and Daniela was like, I want to be
John Cusack.
John Cusack in Con Air. That's like that will be like that's the dream.
It can be John Cusack or Princess Bubblegum, one of the two.
Yeah.
One of them.
Or both.
Or both.
How many time we play? Quanto giochiamo? Giochiamo sempre meno in realtà, ma
Sì,
perché il
quest'anno
playtest
quasi niente.
perché il playtest non è
Adesso
gioco.
non è gioco.
Playtestare si playtesta, ma
purtroppo
ha un'altra, perché il playtest lo devi fare con la testa spenta. Cioè, quando tu giochi veramente fai di tutto per far funzionare il gioco, ma quando playtesti devi fare di tutto per romperlo. Lo devi fare da scemo, devi applicare quello che è scritto, quindi non è sempre super divertente, è un po' più tecnico. Però quest'anno giocare poco, ma si recupererà.
Sì, no, dobbiamo assolutamente.
Also, another action flicks that we unlocked was Only Human, which is inspired by
The Boys.
The Boys. So, Only Humans is an action flick that will put you against unbeatable foes, unbeatable opponents. And you will have to find a way to, defeat your opponent, a way to find their weaknesses and use them against the enemy. So, when we were talking about rules for this, we were discussing, well, you don't need anything to do that. Like, you can play regular Outgunned using superheroes, enemies, basically, and that will be it. But then we came to think, actually, normal Outgunned heroes are still pretty heroic, like they still kick asses. So even against super enemies, a regular Outgunned hero can still, kick asses, kick super asses.
Yes.
If they are well built, if they are lucky, if they play their card well. So this whole flick is rules to make your character less powerful.
Yes.
The way we will do this, apart from how you build your character sheet, so you will be actually less powerful than usual, you will have to change your regular feats, like a gunslinger or die hard, or all those feats
Combo,
that makes
punch,
you go
flying
combo.
kick, I don't know.
All that stuff, you will have to exchange some of them for what we call the mundane feats, which are like yoga or gossip, for example, or dancing, or you know,
dental hygiene.
paying taxes, mixology. Like there's a lot of stuff. Knitting, yes. There's really a huge, like 4 pages of this stuff, and you will have to.
Yes.
And you will have to be creative and find a way to use knitting against the superhero enemy, because that's all you got. So
You are a human after all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the point.
And it's one of the most we're starting to work on this. This is one of the most ridiculous action flicks ever. So
Of course.
this is game design is too mundane even for that, I believe.
Killing a superhero with the knitting abilities, I think it's brutal.
Yeah.
It's pretty extreme.
It's when we spoke about for the first time about mundane feats, we the first thing that came to mind was Desperate Housewives. In Desperate Housewives, there is a scene with Danny Trejo, and there is one of the characters, the main characters from Desperate Housewives, who thinks Gabriella thinks that Danny Trejo wants to kill her, and Danny Trejo opens up the his car, takes out something, and she starts to run because she thinks Danny Trejo wants to kill her, and he took out a balloon, like an inflated flying balloon, and she says, "Oh, I thought that you wanted to kill me," and Danny Trejo goes, "With a balloon? No, it will take too long." And these ideas like I have to kill you with a balloon, but it will take too long. It will take too long. It's like the whole only human flick idea. So you have to kill a superhuman enemy with your knitting tools. Yeah, it will take too long, but that's all you got.
In the meantime, we are at 409,000, 6,000 euros from our goal, and stuff keeps happening.
6,000. Oh, and 461 people on the train. That's
Yes.
That's it. Next time.
For the new backers that are arriving right now, that don't know us, just find us talking random stuff, saying random stuff, tired and I don't know, not very presentable right now. Thank you for deciding to pledge.
Now.
Even if we are in this sorry state.
Next time we have to do a stretch goal not based on the amount of funding, but the amount of people on the last train. Like we need 1,000 people on the overtime train. Like that would be insane. Like that would drive people mad.
Oof.
So moving on from only humans, what else did we unlock? Of course there is Steel Titans. Talked about Steel Titans a lot. This is an action flick that will put you inside a giant robot fighting a giant kaiju, alien, monster, or whatever. Not going to enter into details. This will be a very time-consuming flick, but
No, Princess, we talked about Good Boys as the first.
Yes.
When we came back from the stop.
Not going to enter into too much details. I hate this. I hate that you are making us do this. You want it so much. We finally got an idea, but it's a prototype, so I cannot share anything about prototypes because either you are not going to like it, and then we will feel bad about using this prototype, or you will like
even
it,
worse, you are going to like it, but then we actually
and then it doesn't work, because that's what always happens when we say something and you are like, oh, this is beautiful, then we try it, it doesn't work, and then we say, no, it didn't work, and you are like, you are stupid. And
Brian, I feel you. You are scared to GM this. We are scared to run this now. So we hope everything turns for the good. Oh.
So, moving on, we have unlocked time travel. This was another fun favorite. Time travel is all about trying to fix something, breaking the continuum of history or whatever, and then trying to fix it, and accepting that the first thing that you were trying to fix will either never get fixed, or it was better that it stayed broken in the first time. Like, there's only there's only two ways to end a movie or a game about time travel. One way, and is the one everyone chooses, is time travel is bad, you shouldn't do it in the first place. And the second ending is Back to the Future 3, basically. Like it's the only time when they say, yeah, time travel works. Why not? That's just only two ways to handle. But really, there will be rules to time travel. There will be rules to accident that can happen when you time travel. When you travel through time, my favorite is there is a chance that one of the people traveling in time, one of the players, will arrive much sooner than the others. So you travel through times and you go there, and one of you is like 20 years older because he arrived 20 years before the other. Now they have to remake their character sheets to represent the fact that they've been stuck in time for 20 years waiting for the others to actually show up. This is my favorite condition. What else? And of course there will be rules to break and fix a timeline.
Yes, of course.
No TARDIS, yes, there will be TARDIS or whatever. There will be the concept of the time machine, which is
vehicle, since there's always a group game, so there will be some means that the entire group can through time. I don't know how efficiently, but at least.
Will the Eternity box come with the Eternity shard? The other way around, the Eternity box is an addition to the Eternity shard. So if you are a superhero or if you are mightiest hero, you will get one set of shard, one medallion, and one box altogether. If you choose the shard add-on, you will also get a free medallion for each of the shard add-on, and you will also get a free box for each of the shard add-on. So if we unlock the box, actually the box comes with dice, not vice versa. Less than 5k, and it's not even midnight, so we have plenty of time.
Oof.
We're trying. Then what else we have? Wow, we have High Octane. High Octane is an action flick mainly inspired by Fast and Furious, so it's designed to let you do more with your vehicles. But actually, apart from the Fast and Furious gimmick and art, this will be an action flick to enhance the concept of a ride of a vehicle in Outgunned. So weapons on a vehicle, superpower, super addition to a vehicle, fits for a vehicle. This will all be covered in High Octane. So if you want to get more out of your vehicle or out of your scenes on a vehicle, chases
Yes.
and runs or whatnot, then high octane will help you achieve that.
Family fit. Yes, sure. I mean, family is everything. Okay.
We are family. Of course, there will be a family feat. That's definitely that's something. Also, in superheroes, there are already rules for super vehicles, super rides, but there is a small part of the book because they don't have a huge space on Outgunned either. But this flick will be our chance to, enhance on that.
Then we already said the PDFs releasing the old one. If you have a pledge or a don, you will get it as soon as the pledge manager is open. So 2 to 3 weeks after the end of the campaign. And while the new ones, Superhero, etc., we will release it for sure before the end of the year. We don't have an date yet, but we will update you all as soon as we have a more clear idea. Of course, we will write one book at a time. So the actual superhero genre book will be the first one to be released. So hopefully before the others. Other question: is there a superheroes poster? Yes, together with most of the pledge, with the agent, with the super ideas, and also with the Double Trouble. I think it's already included in those pledges. A superheroes poster with the cover from Outgunned Superheroes, of course.
Then we unlocked Beast Unleashed, which is a very weird flick because we actually never thought about doing this. We have tackled the concept of werewolves and vampires in an action flick called Midnight Wars in Action Flick 1. So we thought we were done with that. Then we got the idea to make an action flick that is based on Bloody Roar, Altered Beast, or the Street Sharks, which basically will be a collection of animals, of were animals, like this were lion here, that you can play as, and this will serve 3 main purposes. First of all, it will give you an opportunity to play a flick where everyone can turn into animal, like transform, burst into an animal, like for example, the Bloody Roar series. Second of all, it will give you an opportunity to play your fully animal beloved character like the Street Sharks, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So we needed rules for that. And third, which is a plus for us, this will be a way to enhance the power of the Beast, one of our roles, because Beast Unleashed will have a sidebar that basically allow you, if you play as a beast in superheroes, to renounce to your superpower and instead take a beast form from Beast Unleashed. So this is a way also to kind of go in depth with a very broad superpower, which is the one of the beast, but of course can be different beasts can have different powers. So this will allow something that was very hard with superheroes, playing a character like Todd from the X-Men, for example.
Yes.
So King Shark.
Or King Shark from
King Shark.
Suicide Squad. Yes. Rise from your grave. With, if you play Beast Unleashed with Gods and Men, you can
you can do exactly
Beast
against the Zeus.
5k away. Less
than 5k away, actually.
It's too easy.
1,654 euros away. Still let it win tortoises.
And last but not least, we got Gods and Men, which is a flick to play demigods or heroes from the Greek or Egyptian mythology, mostly. Gods and Men will feature both rule to play as a demigod, which some additional superpowers, but also it will give you a variety of legendary artifacts. Like, for example, we have the Trident of Poseidon here, but also other stuff from the mostly the Greek mythology. So it will be good either to play as, you know, Hercules series, but also it can serve well as to play Gods of Egypt, for example. And I'm missing some other. Of course, you got all
There's
the
also Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson. You got all the Asgardians, you know, from the MCU. So yeah, there's really a lot of stuff that can be done with this. And also, I was missing. God of War.
Oh, right.
God of War.
God of War, which is another classic example of Greek or Northern mythology applied
Yes.
to the action genre.
Yeah.
Good night, Nestor. We'll try to unlock the Eternity box as you sleep.
Then right now we don't know if there will be an action flick volume 4 at a certain point. We already, with this one, there will be 30 action flicks plus 3 extra flicks that mix the existing flicks. So I don't know if we got enough the strength and the ideas to conceive more action flicks in the future. Who knows?
And after all the flick, we have unlocked the what usually is the mix your flick supplement, like module, and this time is the flick will mix you module, which is variant verse that will give you rules to play with a group of the same character from different universe / flicks. And no, we are not hiding. We are just trying to show you the full art because it's very hard. And if
But
I do
also I-
this, Simone will be almost out of the skin, and Daniela is out. So for some reason, my brain tell me that it's more polite to hide me as well than not just to hide just Daniela. But here we are. And yes, this is all of the action flicks unlocked. All the Easter egg on the cover. I don't have the action flicks cover ready, I'm afraid. Let me see. I don't think.
Someone is asking what are the number of their on their foreheads.
It was a way to say that they were variables, and I don't know. We choose numbers that to us tell their personality.
Yeah.
You know, we have basically 3 cool numbers, and then we have 14. That is the night.
Yeah, and also it was we didn't want to do a logo symbol for this generic superhero. We wanted to keep it like
Alex.
you cannot say what type of superhero he is or they are, but we needed a symbol, we needed a logo, so we come up with this idea of having Roman numerals on their forehead, so you can tell that they are they have the same symbol but also a different symbol, if that makes sense. Thanks, guys. Yes, Tango is the name of the girl that you can see in all of the Outgunned cover. Here is her. She's Tango in the cover of Outgunned, but you can also see a version, now we can say a variant of Tango
Yes,
on
exactly.
Outgunned Adventure, and the same character is also on the cover of Outgunned Superheroes. So she's kind of in also on all the action flicks, and she's like the
action flicks.
she's Outgunned embodied.
Yes. Yes.
At the beginning, she was kind of inspired by Sarah Connor. She
Yes.
should have a Sarah Connor. She should have a Sarah Connor vibe.
Is there a new action flick you are looking forward to playing the most? Probably still Titans, because if we are playing it, it means that we have finished it.
And it was.
So I would be extremely happy.
Just to be clear for all those that doesn't know you, we deeply respect the genre of huge super robots. So we are really, really trying to do our best to insert those kind of fiction, those kind of scene inside the director's cut. And we know now I have some really cool ideas in order to do that. We really, really do hope that when we start writing and playing it, everything will work. But being a very huge and loved genre by us and also by a lot of our fans that are very vocal about it, we are a little bit concerned about it.
4.488 euros away. So
Yes.
almost there. I think I have to say I wasn't sure about this one. That's why it was an additional box, which was something that I know that every time we say, okay, we want to do this, I know that now we have to do it. Like I know it's always hard when you don't reach a stretch goal, but still the box felt like something that even if we didn't reach it, it's not the end of the world. Like it's another box. It's not the medallion. That's why we put the medallion, or last campaign it was a ring. We put it at 450, which is a safer bet. So I wasn't sure, but right now I'm feeling pretty confident, because it's just the campaign only ended 100 minutes ago. So why not bullet in this campaign? Because there is no death roulette in Outgame.
Yes.
In the other campaign there is a mechanic called the death roulette, and in fact we did 2 metal bullet dice. The red one is for Outgunned, and the bronze one is for Outgunned Adventure. But there is no death roulette, so yeah, only. This time we decided to focus on the Eternity Shards. Let me see. Yes, the 6 Eternity Shards, which are kind of the main stretch goal of this campaign. And we wanted to focus on the Eternity Shard because, first of all, we thought it was, I can say that, we thought it was a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
Like,
It was another thing that we wanted to try.
yeah, we wanted them.
Yes.
Like, why didn't the official Marvel RPG did this? Like it's dice shard, like dice and Infinity Stone. It's like they're meant to be together. But for us it was just a cool idea, genuinely cool idea. So one thing that was pretty, I hope that you can appreciate, we didn't reveal the shard until day 2 of the campaign. I want to say this out loud because I'm really proud of ourselves. Because I believe anyone in our position would have used the shard logically to promote the game, like 1 month before, say we are going to do shards, or would have used the shard, you know, as a day 1 stretch goal to bring people in. It was the best thing that we had for this campaign, and we decided to keep it a secret because this is the 3rd Outgunned campaign, and you are on to us, and you know that we are going to do a lot of stretch goal, that we are going to do action things, we are going to do roles. You know most of the stuff, but we still wanted to surprise you day after day. So we'd say, no, until the 2nd day, we cannot talk about the shards. They have to be a surprise. And then the first 3 shards were unlocked with the funding goal, and the additional 3, there were 3 challenges. So if you didn't follow this campaign from day 1, the first one, thank you guys for appreciating it. The first one was unlocked at 250, I don't remember. It was like a funding goal. And then the second one, it was still a funding goal. The third one was a funding goal. And then the 4th one was unlocked, the change shard, the yellow one was unlocked through a poll that people will have to vote to unlock the shard. 616 vote, and in the end we got like 1,100 votes to unlock the shard.
Yes.
And then there was the mind shard, the purple one, which was the most fun to unlock because it was unlocked with an actual trivia, with an actual, you know,
Pop quiz.
yeah, a quiz during a live stream, and you had to answer to 12 questions out of 20, and you did a pretty good job. Some of the questions were easy, I admit, but some of the questions were really hard. Like, what's the name of the character in the 3rd episode of the Echo series on Disney Plus that repairs Echo's prosthetic leg? Like, that kind of, that's an hard question, even for ChatGPT. Like that's not an easy thing to know.
Scully.
Shout out to Scully.
No,
Now we all know
knows
about Scully.
Scully. It's a shared trauma, let's say.
And you
Name
won.
of everyone who played Superman in live action ever.
Then who was that Green Lantern dad on the left?
Yeah, it was the
In
Green
the first
Lantern.
5 minutes of, I don't remember which movie.
There is a Green Lantern in the epic battle in the past in Zack Snyder's Justice League, fighting with the Amazon, what's his name, and you know, people knew that. So and those answers were let you to unlock the mind shard. And for the last shard, the D20, the spirit shard, I had an idea which was genius, but Simone didn't let me do because Simone is party killer. So I actually
This was a real discussion between me and Rico. It's not a joke. It's something that really happened. One day, Rico came to me, like, I got an idea. For one of the shots, we shall unlock it like in a different way, with a sacrifice.
10
What do you
people
mean?
should sacrifice
Yeah.
their strength. We'll ask.
I'll call up 10 heroes, 10 people who are pledging the campaign at the highest level possible, superheroes, of course, and they renounce everything just to give the others.
It's the ultimate sacrifice. We will say if 10 people are willing to give up all their stretch goals, the stretch goal box, the shot, everything, they will not get anything. 10 people will have to sacrifice the stretch goal so that the other thousands can have the spirit shard. That's the highest sacrifice.
Well, I guess the two people could have buy, I don't know, additional.
Yeah,
and
but
then give
it
them,
costs
I
it
know.
costs a lot because because the stretch goals are so cheap compared to the
Oh,
the add-ons. So to buy all the add-ons will be much more expensive. But Simone didn't let me do it. So instead we did 3,000 backers. Because we love you, 3000 and the power of love unlock the spirit shot, which is far less epic, we would all agree, than a human sacrifice, like a stretch goal sacrifice. Stretch goal, sorry, not human. But anyway, Simone is the party killer, so we can't have nice things.
Ooh, 3,300.
Getting there. And I know that sacrificing, you are paying 149 euros, like $200. You are sacrificing all you are paying for. It's not an easy sacrifice, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. So it's, and I believe we would have found, and I believe we have 10 heroes who would have done it just to enter the eternal glory of Black Widow.
I didn't know this story.
So
It's a chilling story.
yeah, I would like a badge of honor. Like I sacrifice all my stretch goals.
I don't know what happened. Okay, in the meantime, we are like 2,389 euros left with 3,524 backers. A lot of people are right now so far. So.
By the way, there's already like there's also 100 and more people following this live stream. Unbelievably. And also, how many people on the Backerkit page? We have 907 people
What?
on the Backerkit page. Currently, there is
Bro, we are
900.
talking in front of 1,000 people right now. Okay.
There is more than 1,000 people like hooked up, hoping to unlock the Eternity box. This is beautiful.
Oh, no, please. Don't do anything extreme. Campaign is proceeding. We hope to unlock, of course, the box. And I hope to do it before
You are
I
so
crash.
close, but it's still so
But
far.
it's just me.
Still a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. 497,000 euros. With 8 minutes left. Will someone save the train this 8 minutes we got left? I don't know. Since you will keep saving this train, I think you will keep going evening. Thank you.
And then, of course,
Also,
after the
you
shot,
want us also to pledge. We are here talking to you, and we, in the end, we will ride the game.
guys, I am literally not allowed legally to pledge. Otherwise, I would be sleeping. Like, how much is left? Like 2,400.
2,000 euros.
I have to say, 2,400 is a lot of money, but it's been a really good month. So we could afford that, like to fill the gap and go to sleep. But I technically can. Otherwise, I would be doing that. So maybe a variant, like. So after that, we decided to add the Eternity Medallion. This is another idea that came out during the campaign, to be honest, because we realized that certain people that at a certain moment we realized that we needed something gold. We needed the Infinity Gauntlet, you know, we needed something to symbolize this artifact that could bring all the Eternity shards together. So at first we thought about making the box like all gold, like all with the gold effect, and not only the brightening in gold as we are doing right now. But then it still felt too little, you know, to celebrate properly. So we decided to make this medallion that it's something that you can wear like the ring that we did for Outgunned Adventure, and also there is a connected mechanic. So
A mechanic that I really like, but I
Thank you, Blackclopter. Thank you very much. A new player for games. We are pretty much we love our system and our dice pool. Our unique dice pool mechanic, which is the director's cut. I'm glad you enjoy it too.
they're asking what we have in store
Have we
for
talked about the other side of the coin yet?
Yeah.
No, Joans, don't worry. We still get a bit of time. We will design the other side of the coin as well.
I don't know.
Just not during these days that are already very, very hectic as it is. We will have time.
And they're asking if we have future project. We do have a lot of future project actually. We are working on a lot of stuff. First, we are focusing on delivering household. There will be news regarding the Outgunned line. There will be news regarding Memento Mori as well soon enough. And there will be news regarding a new adventure. We have said that at the beginning of the year, actually at the end of last year, that we are working on something new, something that doesn't actually use the director's cut, but a new gaming system which is completely different and designed for a completely different experience. So it's not something that will substitute the director's cut, but it's something that will be a side line, something that we are playing right now.
Okay, sorry. I found what was making sound. I forgot my telephone without the mute option.
We didn't hear anything.
Yeah,
And 498, less than 2,000 euros in. Guys, we are to 2 hours of overtime mode. Not even, it's still our shortest time.
Thanks, Ken. Less than 2K. I would say when we are 1K away, less than 1K, like we are 1,900 or something, I will put on some music for you, get off camera and start preparing the update to inform the others that we are reaching 500K.
Yes.
So, and then we'll hop on just to say goodbye, and we'll see from a distance if the trains continue. I have to say, I don't want to risk adding any more stretch goal after 500. I think we can all agree that it's been a fun ride.
Yeah. I think we can. I think this train can do. I don't have the strength in me.
Because I sense that this will be like the last stretch goal for household. That as soon as I hit the update and say we reach it, people are like, okay, the train goes like off immediately. The one for household was crazy. It was like, is it done? Yes, okay. Like, it didn't do like, it did like 100 euros more than what's needed. The people were like, okay, that's it. So
yes, I was already away at the point in house.
yes, Simone was sleeping.
Too late. Yes, my son was not feeling well, if I remember correctly, but
There's a lot happening from the chat. I don't know, Simone, if there is any question that you will like to add.
I'm trying to follow.
Yeah,
I cannot read very well right now. I'm doing my best.
Yeah, I'm going blind through right now.
I think everything is under control. Will you be at Gen Con this year? Yeah, will be this year.
I believe all of us. Yes, probably. Most of us.
I think so.
And
Most of.
still no
Some of
pencil
us.
add-on. No, we cannot do pencils add-on
No.
because they go out of hand, and the shipping guys will aid us if we do like if we do a pencil add-on, we have to do like 10 pencil together, and you
Yes.
can only buy one because at least it's one SKU, but it's a mess. Really, you have no idea with all the stuff that we do, and we do in different factories all across Europe, and we bring them together. The shipping companies hate us, like they despise us.
Yes.
We are ruining businesses.
Woof. When they can break multiple times. It's interesting.
I know. That's
We too are eager to see how long can go. I don't know if we quit the trade. Frankly, trade seems like hell bent on going on and on and on. Perhaps it's time for stop asking for pen, please. No more pen. No more pens. Been there, done that, please.
I want. There's a question about virtual tabletop. Right now we are only supported by Alchemy. They are doing all the virtual tabletop for our games. We honestly don't use virtual tabletops. We like Alchemy because we like the guys at Alchemy. We know them, we trust them, we've seen what they can do. Other platform, we don't know them, so we wouldn't be able to do, a quality checking or to understand what they are doing. And until we have time to sit down and figure out something, it's always it will not be. And I'm afraid that our biggest limitation, our biggest problem is our biggest strength, and it's that we are 4 people, we do all by ourselves, and we want to do all by ourselves. And everything that you see, every time you write in a chat or at info@2littlemmice.net, it's us for answering basically. And everything we do, we check it personally. That's why we don't do we don't outsource translations and stuff. So that's kind of our limit. We either can do something ourselves, can understand, can evaluate something ourselves, or we don't do it. I know it.
Thank you, Rachel.
Also,
The train has surpassed the 500 backers on the backers train. And 1,500 euros.
Have I showed you my backer train? Let me see.
Yes, we have the choo-choo train.
I have here. This is the backer train. Backerkit actually made a pin for the backer train, and so I have it here. It's a lucky charm. It's a small backer train that say choo choo. It's Backerkit's backer train, and it got a little hole here, And they say they are making vegans, so you cannot touch them.
Yes.
It's a pin. It's an animal pin.
They should bring the first wagon, the second pin in Gen this year. At least last time I spoke with
That was the idea. And I cannot wait to have my life size.
Oh, hi Nestor, you're back.
Little dream.
It's already awake, Nestor. How many hours have us been in this live stream?
When you think of a game, what comes first, mechanics or flavor? Jay, for us, it's really all the same. We have a very peculiar way of approaching game designing, and the writing of an actual book that is you can call it holistic, meaning we try to conceive and to work on everything at once. Meaning the flavor of the game and the rule of the game, the layout of the style of the art of the game, the number of art of the game, the type of character you play, the character sheet, which is one of the pillars of our entire process. They all have to talk with each other. There is no game without its own original art style, with its own original layout style, with its own original writing flavor. For us, the experience of playing one of our games should start as soon as you see the books. So also how it's shaped, is big, is small, is long, is short, how many pages, it's heavy. Everything is part of the final experience of the game. This is why the choose of what color are there. Why? Okay, Outgunned, it's action. There's the red and the metallic side, and when you touch it, you have this feeling. The layout is very clear, it's concise, it's ready for action. That's its own. The messages and the rules are in there, and the flavor are in there. While Outgunned Adventure, even if it's the same line, it's very different. The color is very different. The way of its writing, it's different. You have, like the journal pages inside instead of the full color red and blue stuff of Outgunned. Everything for us must go together to convey the best possible, we hope, experience at the end.
There is a question.
A little, that 1,000 and something euros is incredible.
Before we go make the update, I want to answer. There's a question about the name, why we are Two Little Mice, which is actually a cool, cute story. We are called Two Little Mice after these two little mice. These are, the one on the bottom is Indiana and the one on top is Montana. And they were two mice that I had in my studio when I started working. And I believe not even Daniela surely haven't met. Simone, you haven't met them, no? They haven't met them actually, but I had these two little mice in my studio, and loved them to death because they were the cutest, most intelligent, smart beast you could imagine, and they passed away, of course, when they were like 3, which is a
pretty long life.
Long lifespan for a white mouse. I like after a month after Montana died, I had like a dream that I was going to the movies, and on the theater screen, these two mice appeared with the writing Two Little Mice. And it was like a sign, like an idea, and I started using this. I used to make video back then, and I used this as a logo, and then I met Simone. We started doing videos together, and then we met Daniela, and we created the studio, and we up until when we met, I was still using Truly the Mice, but we never talked about that. So it comes to a moment when we were deciding how we should be called or known at. And by the time both Simone and Daniela fell in love with the logo, with the idea, so
it's stuck.
So it's not just
in the end, we love the story, etc. They are playable supporting character in Broken Compass. Actually, is one of our games. There are the two of them, but now they can be fully playable thanks to lucky you. We are less than 600 euros
guys.
from our
I will put on some music and go finish writing the update so I can send it right away, and then we go back when we reach 500. I will make an update. We'll see you in just say right back. Hey!
Hey!
How are you doing, guys? Did you miss us already? We have been busy unlocking this Eternity box for you all. Just sent out an update, so you might want to go to Backerkit to check it when you have the time. And right now, as you can probably see from my glasses, I am updating the stretch goal list. And I can believe that the train is actually still going.
Yes.
It's a lot.
Yeah!
Thanks, and I'm only sorry that we didn't have any more stretch goals ready, because we could have actually gone. No, I'm sorry, I'm joking. I'm happy that we are through, yeah, I hope that you had a fun time as we had following this campaign.
We did it.
I see that someone is already reading
Yes.
through the update, obviously, and I would really recommend everyone to go and check our well, I'm sorry, I have to still. There's so many. If you think if you think there is any kind of automatic stuff going on in a crowdfunding campaign on Backerkit Kickstarter,
There's none.
There's none. Like you are doing everything manually, and when I say you, I mean me. So yes, there's a little bit of work every time we need to update, but should be done. Yes. Okay.
We got the ball.
Yeah, that's a way to say it. Thanks, guys. We had so much fun. It's been 3 amazing weeks doing this. Thanks. I'm glad that you appreciate the post credits. Thanks, Alaric.
Really, thank you so
thanks.
much.
Do you want to say something? You've been quiet, but I know you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really tired tonight, but every day you really give me so much love, and really thank you so much. I don't have the word to say thank you to you. Really, guys, thank you.
So, and the next phase, actually, we are stuck in the end game, and next phase will begin in quite some time. So if you were expecting the next phase to start at the end of this campaign, you are wrong. It will start later, but we will get there. So thank you, guys. Grazie Marco, grazie Fabio. Thanks Zoltar. Thanks Grelo, thanks everyone, all the old friends and new friends. Really, it's been a blast. We'll be lurking around on Discord, on Backerkit for at least another half an hour, another hour, because we need to wash off all the adrenaline for this final ride. This is Simone, you are the man of the numbers. Can you confirm this is the strongest last day ever?
Yes, because we made 60,000 euros. That's for us. It's an absolute record for a last day. More than Outgunned Adventure, more than Household Volume 2.
And yeah, yeah, Jay, you're right. So that's insane and unexpected. And I know people are always like, come on, you expect it by now. But as I always like to remind, this is a national record. This is not only a personal record. So we usually don't expect things that never happened before to happen. So every time it's a first, really. So it's always such a joy to be celebrating all the time. Like really, we so thrilled to. I know it sounds redundant that we say we didn't expect it so good, but it's do yourself a favor or do your enemies a favor and launch a crowdfunding campaign so you know how it feels. You are never ready for things to go good, because it's like everything happens so fast, everything happens at the last minute, and you never know if you are going through. Thanks, guys. I know Fabio, anch'io oggi. Thanks, Lou. Appreciate it. Really, thank you guys for all the support. Simone, any last word?
What to say? The train is still going. I don't know where it will actually arrive in the end. It has been, as always, an absolute pleasure to be here with you, to talk with you. And so, yes, next stop, the actual work on Outgunned Superheroes. A lot of work to do, but for tomorrow, because today we sleep.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time, and please hop on the Discord server, on Facebook, on the 2LM group, wherever you can, and join our community and share some ideas for the future. Thanks again.